Okay, welcome to Miss Wilson's 5th grade classroom. So our mission statement is really centered around helping each other overcome challenges in and out of the classroom and valuing our students' diversity and their differences and the things that they come from at home and just the diversity that I have in my students and just helping one another overcome challenges. So let's start our tour. So we come through the front door right here, and you can see that I have these teams set up. I really wanted to do teams with my students because I wanted them to have opportunities to collaborate, but I also wanted students to be with other students that they are not normally around. I wanted them to be and overcome challenges with students that are different than them and not always be drawn to the students that are their best friends or that they're normally used to being with. I really wanted them to be in teams so it would help to create our family unit in the classroom, and so I had them placed in teams so they can work together and they can learn about each other's interests and their similarities and their differences, and that's just one big reason I wanted them to be in teams instead of in separate desks. So let's go down here to the research table. At the research table we have different iPads and we have a couple different computers. So this is another place where students are going to learn how to share and value one another over themselves, so they can share the different limited resources that we will have, and they can help each other with their research and overcoming just some school challenges with instructional things like science and researching in math and social studies or ELA or reading. This is where they can come and do that together. And we'll make our way over to the teacher table. This is where I'll be at sometimes, and I wanted to have some desk in front of me. I wanted to have a lot of space at my teacher table so I could do some guided reading groups. I could do some small groups here. I also wanted students to have the opportunity to come from their team to my desk if they needed some individual instruction during independent work time. I wanted to have a big space for them and a place for them to sit so they could come and we could work through challenges together that had come from instruction, or if they just needed someone to talk to during the day, they could come and talk to me right here. And I just wanted them to have a comfortable place to sit at my desk if they needed some individual instruction. One of my favorite things about my classroom right here is the issue box, and this ties in with the service learning strategy projects that I wanted to do for my classroom. So here, students throughout the semester can come and, after looking in the community, if they find issues or things that they really don't like in their community, they can come in the class and write them down and place them in this issue box. And what I want to do is I want to go through throughout the semester and just pull them out and discuss them with students, and we can begin to choose an issue in the community that we don't like and that we want to change, and we can do that together. And this is where students can feel free to put any issues they see in the community that they want to be changed. And here, this is our family circle. This is where a lot of read-alouds will come from, a lot of family discussions, group discussions about how the week's going or any challenges that they're facing or any things that they don't necessarily like about our classroom or our instruction. And you'll see that students are placed around instead of like in rows, just so we can all see each other's faces and we can hear each other more clearly. And we can just begin to create that family community in our classroom. And then as we go up here, this is kind of like our relax and read place. There's a little rug, hopefully it'll be comfortable, and some bean bags and a really big comfy chair for students to come and just kind of relax a little bit from some of like the subjects that they don't like or subjects that are harder for them. Maybe they can come here and just like pick one of their favorite books and have some independent reading time, which I think is really important to build in just in case like they don't get it at home or they don't really want to do it. This is kind of a place where they can read, because I know when they go to middle school and high school it'll be really important for them, and I really want students to love to read in my classroom. So in this bookshelf, I will hopefully have a lot of different types of books, different genres, different types of people represented in these books, different interests for the boys and the girls in my classroom, just so all students can feel valued and respected and can find something that they are very interested in or that relates to them in this classroom library. And I had some lamps just to create like a more chill ambiance in the classroom rather than just like really bright lights, just somewhere where they can relax and read. And if you'll go with me over to the right side of our classroom, I have some bouncy chairs. So I learned about this in my PE methods class, and these are for my students in the classroom that are ADHD or hyperactive and just really want to move around and don't want to be sitting in a chair all day. Who could blame them? So I had these so students that really need to focus and need to move around to focus, they can replace these chairs with a bouncy chair just to bounce a little bit, move, get their blood flowing, and hopefully be able to focus on whatever we are learning for that day. And here I have the smartboard, which this will be really fun, I hope, for students to use. They can come up and highlight things that they think are important on the board. We can use them for different instructional tools and different strategies, and I hopefully won't be in the front a lot. I know that I will be some, but I want to learn how to be more of the facilitator in the classroom instead of trying to take like all of the control, which I think will be hard just because that's how I was grown up to learn. But I really would like for students to be able to take advantage of the smartboard just as much as I can. And yeah, I hope that you can see that hopefully this will be a really family unit classroom and that we can learn to overcome some challenges in and out of school together with our issues and our service learning projects and just kind of working together in our teams. Thank you so much for listening.